like comparing apples and oranges. That's like comparing apples and three-headed frogs. I mean, there is no comparison. They're not even close. Hi everybody, I'm Moody Boo, and I am back with a top 5 list. Yeah. This was requested by Bettybbags. I hope I'm saying that right. Betty wanted to know about perfumes that kind of a future purchases from Luckyscent. And she qualified it as either ones that you've already bought or ones that you want to buy. But I'm just going to go with the ones that I want, that I've tried, I love, and they are on my future purchase list. I may do one of these for Bois website as well, because I order from them quite a bit too. Mostly Luckyscent though. So I did put in an honorable mention because this is one, Bat by Zoologist, is one that is going to end up in my collection. So it's a no-brainer. It's probably going to be in the near future. So I put it on just as an honorable mention because it's a for sure thing. So in Bat is fig, passion fruit, pink guava, soil accord, hay, incense, mineral notes, night blooming jasmine, animalic notes, leather, mossy stone, teak, and vetiver. And I'll put pictures of the perfumes in here too. If you don't know by now what I feel about Zoologist and Centauri, those perfume houses and the creativity, artistry of them, then you need to watch more of my videos because, wow. Now, they are, I'll say this again, Zoologist is one of those houses where I fell in love with the house before I fell in love with any of the perfumes. The bottles, the artwork, the concept, it's all incredible. So I ended up with Camel as my first full bottle. It's one of my favorite perfumes. And Hummingbird, I'm kind of on the fence about. But Bat is one of those that I fell in love with. It was a slow burn. It took me a while. I worked with my samples for quite some time before I really, really, really appreciated it. And now, yes, it will be mine. It shall be mine. You can rest assured. I will have it on the shelf in the near future. Right next to Camel, right up there. So anyway, and Bat, it performs crazy good. So very unisex too. And you know, the whole, if you're a gal out there and you're worried about soil accord and mineral notes and things like that, I used to be as well. But this is a storytelling perfume. This isn't a perfume that you wear to garner compliments. This is one that you wear more for yourself or to make a statement about your own personal originality. It is not a compliment getter. It's not, as the guys out there would say, a panty dropper, which is a ridiculous term. But no, it would not do that either. But it's one of those, I don't think people just starting off their fragrant journey would appreciate as much as some of us old timers who've been doing this a minute. So I love it. But again, I had to work with it a while. And incredible. So that was my honorable mention. Next up. The next one I've talked about before. I still haven't purchased it. I am going to purchase it. I absolutely adore it. And that's by Nishane. And that's Oolong Cha. I have just been getting into tea fragrances this last several months. And this is going to be one of my favorite. I will end up with this one too. It almost ended up on the honorable mention because it will be mine. It's going to be a perfect summer perfume. It's bergamot, orange, lychee, mandarin, oolong tea, nutmeg, musk, and fig. And it's so well blended. I've gone through my samples of Oolong Cha, so I don't have it anymore. But I'm not buying any more decants or anything because I am going to buy a full bottle. And it's one of those tea summer fragrances that I don't think you need to carry around a decant of it. I think it performs well enough that it'll last you the 5, 6, 7, 8 hours that you need. 7, 8 hours, that's pushing it. But the first 5 or 6. And, you know, if I'm a little fragrance free the last hour or so of work, I'm okay with that. So anyway, and Oolong Cha is fresh. It's definitely got that tea note. It's a little bit sweet. It's a little bit tart. It's just one of those uplifting kind of perfumes. Another one of those shot in the butt with vitamin C kind of perfumes. It just is uplifting. It's one of those really good ones to put on first thing in the morning. You could wear it during the day. In fact, you know, that's probably the most appropriate time to wear Oolong Cha. Totally work appropriate. You could even wear it working out if you wanted to. But it's great stuff. Love it. It is my next Nishane. I think there's several from that house that I still want. So, but probably my next Nishane. Either that or Passion Coco. Choco, Coco. Anyway, love them both. All right, next up. So the next one is from the House of Fragrance du Bois, and that is Siberian Rose, which I am not a rose person, and you add the word Siberian to it, making it sound cold and frosty. No. But a sample came along with some other decant. Somebody threw a sample of it in there when I bought a decant of something else, or I can't remember where I got it. It was a Luckyscent sample, but it wasn't from Luckyscent. Not that it matters. But anyway, I thought, oh, you know, what the hey. Yeah, that's a really nice perfume. It's pink pepper, pear, cinnamon, juniper, tuberose, ylang-ylang, rose, leather, patchouli, amber, and moss. And for me, it's all pear, spices, a little bit of floral, a little bit of juniper in there. But it's not rose heavy. I mean, you definitely get the rose, but everything else is in there, and it's so well blended that it is not a standout note, in my opinion. I think the spices, the fruits, the patchouli, leather, I don't know if I get a lot of leather in it, but the florals I definitely get. But because I think of the juniper, it's the juniper that gives it that icy feel to it, kind of, because juniper can add this coolness to a perfume, and it does give it a hint of not a minty kind of, but a coolness in the background, so that I think it's really appropriately named, except for the rose part, because I mean, Siberian, I don't know, Siberian garden would be just as, I think, appropriate with the florals and the fruits and stuff, or Siberian table, you know, all the things you might have on your dinner table with the spices. And so, but it's amazing. The name put me off. I never would have tried it because of the name. So, but I'm so glad I did, because I haven't tried many from the House of Fragrance du Bois, but I've tried a couple. I'm really loving them so far. So there's a couple I've tried that I don't much care for. I won't be purchasing, but this is one. Yeah, it's spendy though, so it's going to be a while. It's a spendy house, and it's totally unisex. It is really good performer, not daytime appropriate at all. Definitely nighttime. I think this would be, it's a very formal kind of smelling perfume, which does mean you could wear it out partying. I don't see why you couldn't, but it to me smells like nighttime formal. And I think cooler temperatures too really would benefit this perfume if you ever try it. So it is amazing though. It's amazing. So again, don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a perfume by the name necessarily. Check them out. Give it a try. So, all right, next up. You're being so quiet, it's freaking me out. Woohoo! So, the next one is by Xerjoff, and that's Starlight. Now, I think I did a Pulls from the Blue Bowl and popped that, or maybe it was Future Purchases video. I don't remember. But I know I talked about it before. I still haven't bought it. It's still on my list. I still love it. It's still expensive. So Starlight is bergamot, cardamom, almond, cinnamon, cloves, amber, and cedarwood. And it is just this fresh, almost gourmand, spicy, almondy kind of a perfume. It's really, to me, very different than a lot of Xerjoffs, because I feel like Xerjoff is really, really intense most of the time. Really, they are ones that you wear to make a statement with most of them. I mean, look at Mephisto. Holy crap. That is one of the strongest perfumes that I own. It's intense. And, you know, a lot of their Mumluck, heavy, thick, narcotic honey kind of a perfume. Ivory Route, super spicy, intense kind of an amber. Well, Starlight is a little different. It's like the edges have all been rounded off. It's like Xerjoff said, okay, wait a minute here. You know, we don't all got to be about all the hard edges and the corners and stuff. We can use some softer edges and rounder notes and make this a little less in your face, a little less intense. And that's what Starlight is. It's a beautiful perfume. It's still a really good performer. It's still got that Xerjoff performance reputation well intact. But it's not so in your face. This one's just a hint softer. It's just a little lighter. And it's definitely on the verge of gourmand, but yet it's a little woody, a little spicy. It's a very versatile perfume. And it's light enough, I think, that you could get away with wearing it for formal daytime occasions. I do think because it's a Xerjoff, most of theirs, you know, lend themselves to nighttime wear. But, you know, it's always up to you. I'm just thinking of the people around you. You know, daytime people aren't really olfactorily prepared for an intense perfume as much as they are at night. So it's kind of like family programming on TV during the day. You don't hear a lot of shits, dams. You wait till after 9 p.m. for that kind of thing. Well, that's kind of what Xerjoff's one. They don't say those words, but I'm saying they're one of those, after 9 p.m. programming is usually the best time to wear them. But it's gorgeous. This one is different. It's much more versatile, very unisex. Performance is still amazing on it. And I love it. And I will own a bottle one of these days. All right. Next up, last up, I think. Yeah. 2 left. I keep looking for a bottle to grab because I'm so used to presenting. The next one is by Stephane Humbert Lucas 777, and this is Isra and Mirage. And I think I did this one in a Pulls from the Blue Bowl. I think. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I'm still in love with it. It's still amazing. It's still expensive, too. It's bergamot, tangerine, nutmeg, Ceylon, cinnamon, heliotrope, osmanthus absolute, vanilla, santal, dimysor, amber patchouli, white musk leather, and natural oud. And for me, it's just as fruity, spicy. I don't get a lot of florals except for the osmanthus, but it adds a little more fruitiness than floral to it. And woody, amber kind of a perfume. So a spicy, fruity, woody amber kind of a perfume, but it's not heavy on the amber. I should say it's more of an ambery wood kind of a perfume than a woody amber kind of a perfume. But it's really well blended. And Stephane Humbert Lucas, oh my gosh, I am really falling in love with this house. There's some I don't much care for. It's kind of hit and miss with this house, along with some of the other ones that I've talked about, like Xerjoff and Nishane. But this one's a yes. I mean, it's just, you know, sometimes you get what you pay for. Sometimes you have to pay a little more in a perfume to get the really quality facets of it, of a perfume, like the heavier concentration, the better blending, the using the more quality of notes with their alchemy. Sometimes you do. And with houses like Stephane Humbert and Xerjoff and, even Initio, they're spendy for a reason. Now, some of them take it to new heights, which are ridiculous, like Clive Christian. And I'm sorry, but Roger Dove, I think, unless those are made out of, angel tear crystal and fairy dust print on the bottle and the juice infused with gold, I don't understand some of the pricing. How can you ask for $1,500 for a bottle of perfume unless it's a sculptural work of art or something? There are some perfumes out there that you can buy these, that like Lalique, they make some $2,000 perfume bottles, and they'll put the perfume in there, but that is truly a work of art. I don't see Roger Dove's or Clive Christian's perfumes being works of art, to be really honest with you. So I don't understand the high price point, but I never have. You can keep it under $300 pretty easy and give everybody a really good product. And even that is pushing it. So especially the more I smell in perfumes, I have smelled a lot of mid-range perfumes right around the $100, $150 mark that blow the expensive ones right out of the water. And then you add the fact that you can find a lot of those perfumes on these discount sites, so where you can get like 30-40% off. It's like, we're talking under $100 bottle of perfume that blows a $300-$400 bottle of perfume out the water. So I don't know. Do your research. That's all I'm saying. But this is a good one. These are spendy perfumes. A lot of them. Some are mid-range, like the Nishane and the Bat Zoologist, but the rest are pretty spendy perfumes. So with those, I may just get a decant of them, because, I'm running out of room anyway. So decants are quickly becoming my friend. So I don't know. I got to think about it still. That's why I haven't bought them yet. It's because I'm still debating what I want to do about it. So anyway. So the last one I want to talk about is the first Initio that I love. And I will be getting a bottle. And that's Rehab. With Initio, I've tried Oud for Greatness, Side Effect, Atomic Rose, Absolute Aphrodisiac, and Psychedelic Love. Now those are like some of the biggest hyped ones in the house, and I was not impressed. I'm going to do a review of them because my thoughts have changed a little bit. There's a couple I appreciate a little more than others, but I still was like, do I really want to explore this house anymore? Because I've been really disappointed. Well, I decided to go ahead and order one more sample, and I got Rehab. That was it. Ding, ding, ding. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I'm telling you, this is bergamot, lavender, tobacco, cedar, patchouli, gaiac, sandalwood, vanilla, and musks. And for me, it's all about the fruits and the lavender and the tobacco and the woody notes, including the patchouli. Oh, I actually have some on my hand. Now here's the kicker. It's very powdery. I don't like powdery perfumes, but I like this one very much. It starts off with a slight earthy baby powder vibe, just at first. And that's when it's really powdery to me. But once it dries down, and the tobacco and the patchouli and those woody notes really kick in, it is beautiful. It is absolutely the one Initio that I will be buying a full bottle of very soon. probably right after Bat and Oolong Cha. This will probably be my third purchase from Luckyscent. No, probably about it. It will be. I got it on my hand, so it's like, oh yes, I like this very much. It will be mine. So, and that really surprises me. A, that it's from Initio, which I have not found any that blew my skirt up. B, that it's a powdery kind of perfume, at least for the first 30 minutes, it's powdery. But like I said, once it dries down, it's lovely. And I don't really have anything. It's kind of a sweet, slightly powdery, tobacco woody kind of a perfume. It's no tobacco vanille. Now, don't compare it to that. There is no comparison. That's not like comparing apples and oranges. That's like comparing apples and three-headed frogs. I mean, there is no comparison. They're not even close. This, I think, is much more sophisticated, and it's lighter. This one is a versatile, sweeter kind of tobacco perfume. This is one I think you could wear anytime, day or night, pretty much any setting. I think it lends itself, because of that beginning powderiness, to more of cooler weather, because in my experience, powdery perfumes can really bloom in hot weather, and that's never a good thing, especially with a powdery perfume. But this one is light enough, you may not have that issue. It might be okay for like spring, summer nights. Yeah, absolutely. I think you could totally pull that off. But at the same time, I think you could wear it to work. If this was cooler temperatures, I would bump this above Oolong Cha and buy it right after Bat. I mean, it's that good to me. And I'm still working with the rest of the Initios. I haven't given up on them yet because I'm seeing different dimensions of them I'm really appreciating. So I appreciate the house. The perfumes are crazy quality. I just haven't, until rehab, found one that, you know, if I'm going to buy a full bottle, I want it to knock my socks off. Otherwise, I'm fine with decants, to be really honest with you. But if it's going to go on the shelf of fame back here, the fragrance shelf of fame, then it better be mind-blowing to me. And these so far are not. So there you go. All right. Well, now I think I'm actually done with my future purchases from Luckyscent. Thanks, Bettybbags, for asking about this and asking if I do this. It was fun to go through because I was like, oh yeah, I really want that perfume. When I was going through trying to figure out what I wanted to put on this list, it reminded me of Oolong Cha, for one thing. Thank you for that. I have got to get that perfume. So anyway, I'll be back with more requested videos. I know I'm way behind the 8-ball on requested videos and tag videos. It takes a lot of research, and I have ADD, so it's really hard for me to sit there and research right now. I'm really distracted by 1,000 other things with everything going on. So that is no excuse, but that is really true. One of the reasons why I haven't done some of these tag videos, because I'm just too distracted. That takes real focus. I think I might combine a couple of tags so that I can get to all of them quicker. I hate being behind. I hate telling people I'm going to do something and I haven't done it yet. Anyway, I will. So, all right. Yay, we're done. Whew. Thank you for hanging in there. And my poor husband's been over there napping half the time. I don't know how he can when I'm over here recording, being noisy and shit, but he loves me, so he puts up with it. So, all right. Well, you guys take care. Use your own nose, and I'll see you soon. Bye.